Hello, welcome to another beer review. This is a very special beer by all accounts. I've heard nothing but praise about this beer. This is a collaboration beer with Omnipollo in Sweden and a brewery called Brewery. I'm probably butchering that second part of that word up, but anyway, this is their Anagram. This beer was very kindly sent to me by Harry Meadows. Check his site out. I'll put the links down below. Lovely guy. Does lots of beer reviews, so yeah, check him out. So yeah, Anagram. This is a Blueberry Cheesecake Stout. It's coming in at 12% ABV. Not too much information apart from that, so be expecting some blueberries. It's coming in a 330ml bottle. It's a jet black bottle cap. I'm actually in the middle of a hangout. This is my first dark beer of the evening, so I've had like what I've had so far. We've done a live review of this between three of us. Quite interesting beer, nice pills to start off with. And then I've gone on to a couple of Brewdog beers and a beer from Lagunitas. So let's crack this beer open then. I've actually had this quite a while. This beer was from the 2016 batch. They've just recently brought out, well, in the last sort of month, another batch. But I wanted something a little bit special. So, beer in a glass. Let's go down the centre. Oh, look at this. Hear that? Wow. And I'm getting sweet aromas of something already. The colour of that head. It's a one finger. Tan coloured head. I had much darker head than that before in a beer. But yeah, really tightly compact bubbles in that kind of aggressive pour. It's actually produced more of a head than I thought it was going to for a 12% beer. An Imperial or double stout, whatever you want to call it. Wow. Really appreciate this, Harry. Thank you very much, mate. Let's get a nose on it then. Oh, wow. Big, finest notes of red grape, and then the blueberry. It's definitely present for sure. Very sweet smelling, although you know this is a big beer. I don't know if this is brewed with any kind of lactose or anything like that, molasses. Definitely picking up some kind of brown sugar. You can smell that all day. It's one of them aromas of beers you get. And I'm swilling this beer around, and just by looking at the side of the glass, it's just giving them slow kind of crawling down impression that you know that it's a big beer. Wow, blueberries are big, and it actually smells like a cheesecake, unbelievably. That kind of pastry, not whatever it is, that you know, that pastry part underneath, in abundance. Anyway, let's give it a try. This is going to be a special one. Cheers, cheers, Harry, mate. Thank you. Oh. This was quite a few of my friends on YouTube, and I class them as good friends anyway. This was a number of people's best beer of 2016. This beer is from that batch that they done last year, so I'm reviewing this on the early hours, it's actually 1:45 in the morning, of the 14th of May. So it's not quite 5 months into the year, or 4 months, put it that way. I'm trying to remember when I actually brewed this. This beer was actually added on the 4th of August. So August. A beer like this is nothing's going to fade, but it's probably not as boozy. I don't know if it was as boozy when it was first came out back in August last year. So I'm not picking anything up on those. This beer is 9 months old ish. But the flavour is just like so silky smooth. You're not picking up any ABV of 12%. It's a nice sweetness to it. There's some nice dark vinous fruits to it. Plum, although they're very subtle. Dates, raisins, figs. Blueberries are the top dark fruit, as you would expect. Let's generate this head again because it is memorising. Look at them small bubbles coming up the side of the glass. Wow. I love this shaped bottle as well. Fantastic. So Omnipollo out of Stockholm. And I should know where Duggars are from. Anyway, there's the information on the back. If you want to pause. It's probably on there, I just haven't read it properly. It's just a special beer. God, it's so smooth. Nice sweetness. Creamy mouthfeel. The body is probably the upper end of medium. It is got, in fact it's probably the lower end of a full bodied beer for me. Lovely thick mouthfeel, and that's another part of this beer that really makes it stand out. It's fantastic, it really is. It's one of them beers I could really take my time. This is going to be a longer review, but this beer, it needs more time to try and dissect it. It's quite complex. Once you think about it, it's a thinking man's drink, or lady. Look at that. Outrageously good beer. There's not much other information about this beer. Friends, family, inspiration comes from many shapes and forms. In this case it's a Blueberry Cheesecake Stout. Cheers. That's it. That's on Untapped. I'm going to give it one more sip and then I'll go into the ratings and what other free sites say in a minute. Stunning beer. It's obviously a 10 out of 10. It's just an absolute stunning, and they actually do a barrel aged version of this that the guys out in Copenhagen have been trying now. The Mikkeller, the recent one, the Mikkeller beer is actually going on now. Mikkeller Beer Fest or Beer Celebration, whatever you want to call it. I think they changed the name, but they had the barrel aged version of this, I think, out there. Can't imagine what that's like, but this is pretty stunning. I find that I've had a few barrel aged, I've had the originals and then the barrel aged versions, and I always find that the originals generally, or the 2 or 3 that I've had, seem to be better. But anyway, I'm sure the barrel aged version is still very good. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Right, let's go on to rate beer. No surprise here, overall 195 in the style, out of 248 ratings, which that's pretty good. Commercial description's the same. Something I don't normally go on is Beer Advocate, and Beer Advocate's score is an 89, very good. Don't agree with that, it's 100 for me. But there you go, that's just people's opinions. And then on to Untapped. This is, how many ratings is it? Oh, 7,934 ratings, and it's got an average of 4.3. So that's pretty good for those. For, you know, almost 8,000 ratings, it's almost pushing a 9. But yeah, for me it's a 10 out of 10. It's a 5 cap. So if you've had this beer before, this collaboration, let us know your thoughts and opinions. If you've not had this before, this is actually currently available in the UK at least. Several it ranges from about 10 to £11 a bottle, so it's a bit pricey, but once you've tasted it, you think, and you're into these kind of big Russian Imperial stouts, you kind of understand why. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 from me. Thank you very much to Harry over at Blue Nose Beer Reviews for sending me this epic beer. Really do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your Lorelei, and I will see you on the next review. Cheers.